Hey folks, welcome to this edition of the Microsoft Cloud News Update, researching the cloud blog so you don't have to. I'm Carl Kishel, and this week was the week of Ignite Spring Edition 2021. Lots of announcements to go over, so what I'd like to do is cover some of the things I felt were more important. Lots to cover, let's jump into it. So our first announcement here is regarding Microsoft Mesh. And I think it's important to understand what Mesh is. So think of Microsoft Mesh as a platform for both augmented and virtual reality, mixed reality systems. And typically in the past, when you hear of mixed reality from Microsoft, maybe you would think of HoloLens and the HoloLens 2 devices. These are augmented reality devices or headsets that you can wear to share augmented and virtual reality experiences between yourself and others who are wearing these particular devices. What Microsoft Mesh is a platform to connect different devices, not just HoloLens, but different devices to provide a platform for folks to interact in and to engage with. So as you go through the link here, which we'll provide, really nice keynote here from Alex Kipman on what Microsoft Mesh is and some demonstrations on the capabilities of Mesh and the interactions they were able to demonstrate on stage between HoloLens devices. But I think the cool part here regarding Microsoft Mesh is beyond HoloLens. And although that would be the premium experience for sure, but for folks who want to integrate other headsets, I believe Oculus was mentioned, as well as some headsets from HTC and others. So the link has all the supported headsets and some applications that were announced as well. And it's pretty exciting to hear what Microsoft Mesh is going to be able to provide moving forward around augmented reality. Here are some updates regarding identity and zero trust, security, and defense. So as you go through this particular link, there are a lot of different components that were announced. So I just wanted to cover some of the more pertinent ones. So the first one here is regarding passwordless authentication. So the ability to provide passwordless auth into your systems, your applications, your systems, using biometrics, hardware fobs, etc. That is all generally available. In addition to that, there was an announcement of a preview regarding a new feature for secure remote access, and that's called Temporary Access Pass, which would be a time-limited code used to set up and recover a passwordless credential. So definitely check out the details here for those new features. There's some other things in here regarding Azure Active Directory conditional access and some use cases for that, which are pretty important. I'll scroll down here through some other announcements around single sign-on with other cloud providers. So the single sign-on app is now pre-integrated for Azure AD to support single sign-on with AWS. So a lot of enterprises, institutions have a multi-cloud strategy, and conducive to this, Microsoft is stepping up and providing some single sign-on integration between these systems. So definitely check out the link for more info on that as well. There are other highlights here regarding Azure Active Directory Federation services and the new app proxy, and all these details can be found in the blog post. The other neat announcement regarding identity is something called Azure AD External Identities. And this will be a set of capabilities for securing and managing access for customers and partners. So think of this as a single sign up or a self-service sign up solution and workflow for your Azure AD based apps. As always, click on the link for more info on that. and some of the newer capabilities are coming to Azure AD around security. A few more highlights regarding security and identity. A new automated capability regarding Microsoft Teams and Office 365 groups for guest access is now generally available. So this will be some prompts that will be included for Azure AD to help you review and update access permissions for all of your guests. So it's a great housekeeping tool that is now generally available. And then last but not least, there's some announcements around a preview of Azure AD verifiable credentials. So this is all about the integration through an SDK to integrate your Azure AD environment with some of the leading ID verification partners, such as Jumio, Socure, Accurent, etc. This is a really neat way to kind of validate someone's credentials, maybe regarding an industry certification or other professional certifications, educational institution enrollment, etc. So that's pretty exciting to have that all integrated within Azure AD. Some other announcements regarding Microsoft 365 and the support of the platform for the new hybrid work world. And a lot of this is around Teams, and we'll scroll through this web page here. So some new capabilities, and some of this was pre-announced previously. So the ability within Teams to easily and organize interactive webinars for both folks inside and outside of your organization with support of up to 1,000 attendees. So this would include these webinar experiences to include custom registration, presentation options, host control, disabling of chat and video of the attendees, etc. The neat thing about the webinar platform and this new capability within Teams is to seamlessly scale to accommodate up to 10,000 participants. And beyond 1,000, those additional participants would be in a view-only broadcast mode. And unlike previously where you would have to set up a Teams meeting link for that, the platform will auto-scale to accomplish that. Furthermore, in this announcement is the ability to go beyond 10,000 and up to 20,000 person broadcast. And that will be something that will be supported this calendar year as we're still in this remote work, remote learning world due to COVID. So that support will be there for up to 20,000 people. The other interesting announcement regarding Microsoft Teams is Microsoft Teams Connect, which will allow you to share at the channel level channel participation with external users within your organization, or internal users for that matter. So this will be the ability to add people beyond the team layer and into the channel layer. So that right now is in private preview and is expected to roll out later this year. Some other enhancements include support for PowerPoint Live in Microsoft Teams. So a lot of us use PowerPoint to present within Microsoft Teams, and the ability to have a presenter mode for the presenter that's hidden from all the other participants, much like what you would see beyond Teams and within PowerPoint itself. So this new presenter mode providing you with the presenter with some context on slide notes, upcoming slides, etc. So again, just like what you would see in normal PowerPoint. So those capabilities have now been extended into Microsoft Teams. Some additional features and functionality to help have a secure environment while you are working in a hybrid mode. So there's some new announcements regarding co-authoring, and if you have a particular document that might be protected with information protection. So this, I believe, is now in preview. It is. the ability for multiple users to simultaneously edit a Microsoft document that's been encrypted. And this would be encrypted with Microsoft information protection. So that was something that was not doable before. With this new preview, you can start working with encrypted and protected documents within a co-authoring experience. So right now that is in preview, and I believe that is a public preview, so anyone can enable that within their particular Office 365 tenant. Some other announcements regarding DLP, data loss prevention. It's now available in preview for the Chrome browser. So the ability to extend your endpoint DLP protection into Chrome browser is now available. And last but not least, Microsoft 365 Insider Risk Management Analytics is now in preview. So what is risk management analytics? So this is the ability to identify potentially risky activity within your organization. So maybe someone within your organization is performing some activities that would compromise your data. Maybe they're copying data from where they shouldn't be from one location to another. Using AI and the risk management infrastructure within Microsoft 365, these analytics can be surfaced to administrators for appropriate follow-up. So click on the link for more info on how to get into the preview. An update regarding Azure Communication Services, and again what was announced at Microsoft Ignite. So ACS was a platform and capability that was announced a couple of months ago. So this is the ability for application developers to create applications that can interact with the telephony world. So the ability to send and receive SMS texting messages, and also make telephony calls within your custom apps using the Azure Communication Services platform. So that has been extended into Microsoft Teams, and this now gives you the ability to write a custom app and leverage ACS to chat with someone or make a voice call with someone who may be using Microsoft Teams. And last but not least, we have some updates regarding the Power Platform. And this covers, in this particular link, some updates regarding the Power Automate desktop for Windows 10, Power FX, some new governance capabilities, pricing for Power BI Premium, and that as a per user SKU now being available, and some new AI capabilities in the Power Virtual Agents and the ability to extend that into bots. So out of all these announcements, I think the top two are the most interesting. So if you're not familiar with Power Automate Desktop, that is being provided at no additional cost. This is for Windows 10 clients, and the ability to create Power Automate workflows and RPA capabilities within the Windows 10 environment. So in order to create Power Automate flows, previously you would have to go to a web browser and use the facilities within the web browser to create your flows within Power Automate. The Power Automate desktop tool allows you to create these flows within desktop environment a lot quicker, a lot easier, and you have the ability to integrate your flows with applications such as SharePoint, Excel, OneNote, and some third-party applications as well. So that is now a free download for Windows 10. And last but not least, the other interesting announcement was around Power FX, and this is a new capability that will provide you with a low coding language option for your Power Apps and the Power Platform applications and team. So within Power Platform, Power FX will give you this capability to create low code applications and leverage the Dataverse, which is the central repository and storage of data within the Power Apps platform that could also be accessed via Microsoft Teams, virtual agents, etc. So definitely click on the link for more info if you're an app developer looking for low-code solutions in the Microsoft Power Platform. Thank you for attending this session of the Microsoft Cloud News Update. A lot to cover. There's a lot that happened at Ignite that I did not cover, so definitely click on the link for the full Ignite experience in the description of this video. Appreciate you participating. If you have any feedback or suggestions, you can find me on LinkedIn or on Twitter. If you like the video, don't forget to click on the thumbs up. Appreciate if you can share the video with others, either via LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, etc. So thank you so much again for your time. Share any feedback with me at any time. And until we meet again, take care.